7 assists a game. She's responsible for over 50% of Kentucky's offense.
Fulwiley trying to spot Kitts on the cut, and the pass came right to our Hall of Fame coach here sitting courtside.
I had my hands ready, Roy.
You were ready.
Hands were ready.
You're always ready. I've learned that about working with you through the years. Wildcats get it back. And here's Amore, over 2,300 points in her collegiate career that started at Virginia Tech with head coach Kenny Brooks.
South Carolina doing a good job of taking away the two-man game between Georgia Amore and Clara Strack.
Amore breaks free for a moment off the left side of the rim. Key on the offensive glass. No. Tessa Johnson with the rebound, and here's Kitts off a triple-double in the win over Ole Miss. Fulwiley off the mark. And it goes back to UK. Kenny Brooks, his first season after coming over from Virginia Tech, and those 11 SEC wins, most for a first-year head coach in program history. Brought Georgia Amore along as well. In addition,
Liz Kitley played at Virginia Tech, and I asked Kenny Brooks, I said, how similar is she to Liz Kitley? He said not at all. And what he likes about Clara Strack is her versatility, and the ball doesn't stick when it comes inside or it touches the hands of Strack. She can move the basketball, the decisions that she makes within the offense.
5-point advantage, 2.5 minutes into our second quarter. Big day in college basketball. Big night last night where Southern Cal handled UCLA in the season sweep. Trojans claim the Big Ten regular.
I thought she was a step behind against Ole Miss. That pep is back for number 0 in white.
3 steals for South Carolina to start. Lead back to 7. Strack will try to take Edwards. Ripped away by Kitts, and a foul call. And a foul called on Key, her second. Don't forget our final big Monday doubleheader this season headed your way tomorrow. Number 2 Duke against Wake Forest. The Deacs a comeback win yesterday against Notre Dame at home. Their NCAA tournament chances are still available. And then Houston and KU at 9 o'clock here on ESPN. Big Monday, the season, the end of the year is here, at least in terms of the regular season.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited about the tournament. Going back to Tess Johnson on the defensive end and getting on the glass. You know, rebounding has been an area where South Carolina in years past has dominated. Well, it's because they've had a dominant center. This year, it's got to be by committee. They got a gang rebound.
First triple-double for the Gamecocks in 3 years. Aaliyah Boston, the last one to do it. And a foul called before the shot by Amore. It goes against Bree Hall.
But Chloe Kitts, 16, because otherwise you're taking quick shots and your team's not in the position to offensive rebound. Kentucky's doing a nice job on the offensive side of the glass. They are out rebounding South Carolina 9-3, but then South Carolina shoot 57% from the floor.
And the lead back to 11. You see the rebounding advantage in favor of Kentucky. And on the offensive glass, Lawrence has been a spark elbow jumper, and that's silky smooth. Lawrence with 7.
South Carolina switching, and Lawrence looking to see when she gets a big on her and using her quickness to her advantage.
Fun player to watch, always engaged on both ends of the court, and what an addition for Kenny Brooks through the portal after a sensational career at Charlotte, the 49ers program.
You know, Brooks said he knew what he needed when he came to Kentucky, and the shooting historically of what Lawrence did at Charlotte definitely fit. That's a freshman? Come on. Joyce Edwards is so smooth and composed with the basketball.
Down to 6, and she has 12.
Now Georgia Amore off the ball screens. A guard is guarding her. Big setting a screen for her. And so the bigs that rotate over, you see Sanaya Fagan. She takes a step back. When you step back, Amore steps through that opportunity and knocks it down.
Georgia Amore has made Kentucky's last 4 field goals going back to the first half. Raven Johnson from 16, well short. Amore comes away with it. The spin, the hesitation, nearly traveled. She'll loft it outside to Strack and inside the high-low. Key was off the mark. A late whistle comes in from Jody Cantrell, and a foul called against the Gamecocks.
Already an adjustment, Roy, that I see from Kentucky is that they're coming in attack, and then they're looking to move and share the basketball. They're waiting for South Carolina to rotate in the help and then make that extra pass for an easier look.
Key will get one more. She's got 7 points. A North Carolina transfer. 11 double-doubles on this season. In and out with a 3 by Amore. Johnson on the move for Carolina. Fagan with position. Outside to Johnson. Gibbs has it. Johnson for 3. And out of bounds. Gamecocks working hard on the glass. And a reminder, our ESPN NBA Sunday doubleheader. SGA in the Western Conference leading Thunder take on De'Aaron Fox and the Spurs. That's up first at 7 Eastern. Then the T-Wolves, Anthony Edwards, and the Phoenix Suns tonight at 9:30 Eastern right here on ESPN. T-Wolves play. They're going to go down by 20 and then grab the lead, and then who knows what down the stretch. It is always appointment television for that organization this year. Under 7 to go in the third quarter. Amore. And now it's Raven Johnson.
That last possession from South Carolina, I like how they played inside out. Getting touches for Sanaya Fagan. Now Edwards posts inside.
Pow to Hall. And coach, it feels like an opportunity here for Kentucky these last 2 minutes. Try to chip away at this advantage for South Carolina. Has it for 3 from the wing. No. Key able to race to the basketball. She'll extend the possession and get it back.
They've got Kentucky's gone cold. I don't know if maybe fatigue has set in a little bit for the Wildcats.
That happens this time of year, does it not?
It does, and especially the tempo they had to play against Tennessee. 1 of 7 from the floor in the third quarter.
Gamecocks also 1 for 7. That lead exactly where it was at halftime at 8 points. Can Georgia Amore find a way? That's a 3 by Strack. Off the front rim.
South Carolina's got 3 players at the scorer's table to rotate in. Kenny Brooks staying with his starters.
And that's been a theme most of this year. Kentucky, in terms of bench production, just over 8 points per game this season. Ranks near the bottom of D1 hoops. Kidd's pass is going to be deflected by Strack. Junior from Cary, North Carolina. She's got 10. And coach, you can feel South Carolina keeping Kentucky at arm's length through all these different runs that have been made so far in the third quarter. 8-point lead at halftime for the Gamecocks. It's at 7 now, 8 minutes into the third.
Well, all Kentucky needs to do is they need to string together a couple of stops.
Tough to do on Mylasia Fulwiley. Short on the runner. Never grazed the rim. Shot clock down to 1. And a violation gives it back to Kentucky. Well, every time Fulwiley has the crossover, has an opening for a moment, you feel like a SportsCenter top 10 plays on the way.
Every time. And then at times she wants to wrap it behind her back and add a little special spice to it.
Well, the special spice. We need more of that this month now that we're in March. The madness to come.
Now, what I've seen a couple times from Kentucky, though, running the offense, the ball comes to Georgia Amore, and she's been willing to make that extra pass to Deja Lawrence. Well, Lawrence is 2 for 6 from 3, and Amore is 0 for 4, but I still would take the percentage for Amore to pull the trigger.
A dribbling clinic put on by Georgia Amore with
solid. Number 5, Tessa Johnson, no fear.
Well, a spark off the bench. She has been incredible at times this year. Nearly stole it from Amore. Off the pump fake. Contested mid-range. No. Kitts claims the board. Hauled it in with a little bit of contact. Pau says, I got this. She'll survey inside to Kitts. And a whistle and a foul call. That's Key. It's number 3. Let's see. And it will go to Tiani Key. For the first team foul. Gamecocks with 1 to start our fourth quarter.
Got to believe it's South Carolina down the stretch these last little over 8 minutes. Patience and looking to get the ball in the paint. So how will Kenny Brooks adjust and try to make South Carolina turn them into a jump shot team?
Kitts got Strack on the pump fake, but she recovers for the block, and that was clean.
Kentucky needs a bucket right here.
Key off the bounce, takes Kitt inside. And that's a basket to make it a one-possession game again. Tiani Key on the move.
Kentucky's going to challenge South Carolina. They're going to pull their offense up above the free throw line and look at 4 attack options.
Edwards on has it. Big step in traffic, and she comes up short. Another rebound for Clara Strack. And here's Amore. Nearly turned it over. Every possession so important. Strack off the bounce again. The pump fake and the foul. What a second half for Clara Strack. Virginia Tech transfer to the rim, and it dropped. She's got 16. Oh, what a game this has turned out to be. Win by the Gamecocks. Coach, you mentioned it. SEC regular season champions. Texas has to say about that as well. In and out for Johnson. Key on the glass, and she's going to be held. And a foul called on Carolina.
And South Carolina is spread out defensively, and because of that, Kentucky is taking an advantage. The hesitation, nobody, and especially when the ball's in the middle of the floor, nobody knows where to help from, and Kentucky has taken full advantage. It's a full Wiley. These were teams that were lower without the higher potential to win the NCAA championship. Watch this, Roy, though. Georgia Amore, she was 4 threes away from 400 in her career. She has not made one today, not yet, but she's got to be due.
16 to shoot, 4:06 remaining, and Kenny Brooks directing traffic. It's the first time he's faced off with Dawn Staley. He's a head coach at South Carolina. What a matchup it has been so far. And Strack traveled. And Kenny Brooks not happy with that sequence.
Yeah, South Carolina is going to have to be disciplined with the basketball down the stretch right now to close this thing out.
seed. Notre Dame, the 2 seed. They go horns and they try to take advantage on that dunk in from the weak side. Good job by them to stop it. That's a scouting report. Defensive play. Roberts, Brooks. It's going to be a basketball shot clock is off. Taj Roberts came into the game leading Louisville in scoring just around 13 points a game. She's 3 for 10 from the floor. That really hasn't been able to get going yet. Jayden Curry is the only player for Louisville on double figures. And as good as this Notre Dame offense is, sometimes the defense gets overlooked. They are limited Louisville to just 26% shooting today. There's the trap, there's the turnover. It was a season high, 23 Irish turnovers in their first meeting with Louisville a few weeks ago. Roberts, another miss, offensive stick back is good by Randolph, the freshman from LA. Trying to beat the buzzer, Miles. This is excellent time and score awareness. 1 on 5. Confirmed 3-point yellow for them. And a little, hey, Coach Freeman, I know you saw me right in front of you.
I've been able to check first that you got seats in the right section. Yeah, checking first is slow. So check all state first for a board that could save you hundreds.